My name is Freya and I live on an island north in Norway. What? A moose antler! Welcome aboard, everyone! Welcome aboard! Wow! What a find! Wow!
In this episode, we will meet a moose antler shed, moose strolling under the northern lights, the biggest garnet I have ever seen. We will talk about the use of crystals in my spirituality, make lovely teas. We will talk of how I feel the gods of my land, about a wooden spoon under the pillow to connect with Odin, book recommendation, a rune reading for you all, meet snow lilies and laughter, and simply breathe and live together for a while.
This is something that I'm gonna cherish for many years to come. And no, it's not a common find at all. I cannot believe it. It's for us it's a lot easier to find the reindeer antlers because the color, you know, the ivory color has them pop out quite a lot more. When it comes to moose instead, it's more difficult, especially, guys, because I found it on a more open plain, so it's very difficult. They're very foresty, like where for forest I really mean like deep pine forest. So this is baby birches, you know, it's not really a place. So this for me it's a proper blessing. I cannot believe it. I can guarantee you that from the blood spatters, this is a shed of tops 2 days ago. This is incredible. What a gift. What a gift. I never found one yet. 13 years in this corner of the Arctic. This is my first moose antler found right after the shedding. Proper blessing. Proper blessing. I will treasure that. That is for sure. Do you remember the antler that you just saw in the beginning of this video? Did you see these guys? They were strolling under the northern lights. There is a lot of northern lights that comes and goes in waves, and these two were strolling under the northern lights. I have checked the antler, guys, and it is most certainly a moose antler from a 3 years old, I would say, moose. So they're right here eating, right there eating. Look at the northern lights. Watching the stars align between you and I, circling in space. Wow. Worlds collide as we levitate. I'm looking at the northern lights. It's just me and two moose. They are so close. Wow. Do you see them, guys? They're here eating. They really don't look bothered by my presence at all. They don't look bothered by my presence at all. Think what a luxury to live like this with wildlife so close. It's incredible because I got to find the antler earlier, and then now I got outside and I see northern lights and the moose that dropped that exact antler. Oh, insane! It's insane! And then we got the final blessing of the day. Guys, look, it's insane. It's a purple garnet. This is incredible. You find a lot of purple garnets. I think it's called almandine. You find quite a lot of this on our beaches, and we indeed have this product in our little shop of magic, Alpebacken on Etsy. I will link it here for you. And but wow, this, you know, the dimension of this. You agree, I hear, is out of my comprehension. It's super, super big. Absolutely incredible. It's a miracle after another, my friends. Yesterday with the moose antler, and then the moose under the northern lights, and then an insane aurora, and then this giant garnet today. Remove everything else, my friends, from your life that is not this. That is not the present. Remove everything else. It doesn't serve any good, you know. And I love to live like this. I really love to do that. A miracle at a time. But look what an incredible view today. We got a lot of summer birds that have already visited us in the end of February. This feels surreal, but there is a lot of them already here, and some of them never left. Impressive Arctic winter. This should be a real winter, which this year looks more like a spring than a winter, my friends. But it is absolutely astonishingly beautiful. So although very weird, such a colorful Arctic in this season, it's very strange for us. Very, very strange. But at the same time, it's very beautiful to be able to touch the land, you know, and not have it covered in ice. So I reckon every year, because it's different, has its very own beauty. Stunning, my friends, absolutely stunning. Ah, the smell, such a smell. It smells so good. Ah, life smells so good when it looks like this, guys. It smells super good. So nature smells amazing. He agrees again. Guys, we have a moose, two moose that have literally moved in here. It's days. I've seen them in all shapes and forms, you know, from under the northern lights to walk in the streets in the night, in the day, you know. They're all moved in here. Hey! Hello! A dream, yeah, wildlife at your doorstep. Proper dream.
Och du bara spis. Jag tänker på mig. Flink.
You just eat, guys. Don't think that it's a really windy day. Whoa! Good morning, my beautiful friends. I remember the other day that I showed you an almandine purple garnet, and this brought my attention to a question that several times you have asked me, guys, and it is, do you work with crystals? Do you work with stones? I do work with stones that belong to my landscape. Why? Because when it comes to stones and crystals, I experience them as friendships and acquaintances. This is very strange way of experiencing the working with crystals and stones. So I generally feel that I need that special connection that you feel with a friend, that sense of belonging that you feel with a friend. It doesn't matter if close or far, but that spark, that connection, I need to feel that with the stones I work with. And I feel that although I have in my collection many stones that do come from places from all over the world, those stones, I genuinely cherish them, and they occupy a very special place in my collection, but never in my craft. I simply need that special bond that can happen when you walk the same terrain, you walk on them, so you talk to them, you experience with them, you end up spending time with them. So I do work with a lot of local stones. The ones I work the most with are black tourmaline, snow quartz and clear quartz, mica schist, amethyst, and grey rock. These would be absolutely the ones I work the most with. But look at this day, everyone! What a spectacle! Wow, there is a furious sea today, guys. It's just next level. Wow! Wow! Bedtime traditions. When it comes to the north of Norway, I have to be honest, we have plenty of them, but there is a few that are very special to me. So for example, I tend to sleep very often with a wooden spoon under my pillow. This is, I will tell you, many of the bedtime traditions are connected to feeling comfortable and feeling safe. And people would often put a spoon under the pillow to help them sleep soundly. It was very often also put a bucket of water outside the door, so to quench the thirst of spirits that might linger outside of or around the bedroom at night. But getting back to our spoon, the spoon was left, it had to be wooden, and it was left under the pillow to keep that person safe by absorbing negative energies and negative dreams, negative emotions and feelings you might have battled throughout the day. You have to picture it as a sort of mini shield that you're putting right under your pillow. Spoons are obviously tools for eating, but if you think about it, they are profoundly connected to our nourishment. So that nourishment in the spiritual realm could still be connected to the nourishment, the energetic and indeed spiritual nourishment. So you would understand that there is a bridge of connection here. Also, it was placed at the height of the head, so there was most certainly a symbolism connected with the gaining of wisdom throughout the sleeping time, the journey of sleep. It kind of symbolized basic needs met. There was a belief according to which by having a spoon around, you had exactly all that you needed. So this reflected also the sleeping part by having the spoon under the pillow. You know that Odin was considered, as a matter of fact, a shape shifter, a wanderer. He was someone who bridged the worlds, who bridged the dimensions. And the spoon might act, as a matter of fact, as a sort of talisman for that night journey, helping you navigate your dreams, helping you navigate all the realities that you are going to meet in a dream state by getting back to your reality safe. You know, it was kind of bridge forward and a bridge backwards. If I do have to wander on that nighttime journey, I would love to do it under the guidance of our All-Father. So it's a wonderful way to connect to Odin via sleep, so while you're sleeping. And then it's very, very important that your path is shown in the shape of the spoon. So you know that you will go forward, but you also have a way, you know, to find your way back. You know, many people have found it very, very useful when they have, for example, night terrors, you know, when they kind of freeze somehow in the sleep and they feel that they cannot reach back their body. Many people who suffer from night terrors, I have recommended this technique to use the spoon as a way to grab the way back to your body. They have found it, as a matter of fact, very, very effective and very, very beneficial. So give it a try, my friends. Since we're here and we're talking about these traditions, Nordic traditions, very, very old, connected to Sapmi, so to the land where I live, I would also love to stretch a little bit further and recommend a book that is called The Reindeer Moon. Oh, if this book has genuinely melted my heart. It is a book that moves on two timelines. The thing that is incredible is the fact that the two timelines are one, she's a girl, Yanan. One timeline is her alive, and the other timeline is, as a matter of fact, her as a spirit. My favorite part is, although I love very much the part where Yanan is a human being, so it's her first account about her life as a hunter-gatherer in Siberia. I loved particularly the spirit part where she is a spirit and she talks about her becoming her spirit animals and her becoming the animals that she meets, and it's absolutely wonderful. And then, as always, I would love to give a little bit of spiritual advice, rune advice with a reading that will go from this video that you are watching right now to the next one that you will encounter. Lagur. This is a rune of unity, imagination and dreams. She is really a rune that can deliver life force, the life force of water. I feel that many of you are using this quality of water in a slightly different way. So there is more nostalgia, there is more melancholia. I feel that many of you are contemplating who they are, what they have been so far, what they had to give up for pleasing the others, for making sure to fit this rather than that situation. So you have used the water for contemplation of your being. Now it is time to stop looking at that reflection in whatever bed of water and feeling so sad, like you have somehow not been able to win that battle. Now it is time to regain all the life force that Lagur is offering to you. This is not a good time to not trust your guts, to not trust the voice of your bones, the beating of your heartbeat. It's not time for that. This is time to genuinely really be your bones, be your guts, be your boiling blood, be yourself. This is a time, my friends, where most of the answers, you will find them within yourself. This rune directs you towards that. When I see Lagur, I see the moon, and there is a lot of uncertainty when this rune comes out. I feel that many of you are dealing with quite a lot of stagnation and proper emotional blockages right now. So you need to make necessary adjustments to harness your full potential right now. You see, my friends, we very often forget our authentic needs, and I feel that Lagur is there to remind you of your authentic needs. What are they? In our craft up here in Sapmi, this rune is strongly connected to Njur and Mani, Mannu in Sami, so our sea and moon gods. So if you intend to develop a stronger connection with these gods, I recommend using Lagur in kulning activities rather than galdr activities, where you vehicle the rune outside of your body, in and out of your body, so via breath. So you can do that with these techniques, but you can also, and this is my favorite, I tend to whisper to the wind quite a lot to reach the gods. I've always felt that the wind is a great carrier of messages to the gods, so you can whisper the rune to Njur and Mannu. Don't be hard on yourself. Adopt the flexibility of the water. Disconnect resistance to change, so all of this has to go. In love, this rune means that you have to let yourself go. This could be in positive scenarios as much as in negative scenarios. Let yourself go. Work-wise, if you're not satisfied with your current work situation, this is a very good time to get out of that. This is a green light to do that. Mental health wise, whatever activity that is aquatic in nature is going to benefit you. Even splashing the flipping water on your face when you get past the sink, I can guarantee you, you will feel a difference. What a beautiful rune. Yeah, a rune that is giving us for the weeks ahead a lot of work to do, but by working with her, we can get past these turbulent times. I feel that a daily part of my spiritual practice is connected to a quite big extent to gazing and feeling. I cannot tell you that my practice is, my spirituality is a lot ritualistic in nature. It is when it needs to be. But on a daily basis, if I should tell you really what is the core of my spirituality, so of my Norse belief and spiritual practice, that would be, as a matter of fact, being with the land, gazing and feeling. That is the richest part of my craft. It is the part that for me is the most essential. It is the part that makes me feel alive, makes me feel part of everything, makes me feel closer to the gods. Done meticulously with open eyes, so I'm not very fond of closing my eyes. I don't why would I drag down a curtain, a veil, if I can have my eyes be part of that magic, of that alchemy happening in that moment. So, and I would spend there time. Let's go and have a look at these beautiful boat houses. Look at this. Was in between both houses. Oh, look, guys. There's yet another one here. Ah, it's divine, divine. Thank you, Sky. I was trying to touch them and smell them. I would have wanted to smell them. Now, thanks to you, I cannot smell them anymore. I tried to get close to the car, look, and now it's gonna back up the car, so I will never reach this car, basically. Look, I don't stand a chance. Goodbye. Let's be nice.
Well, until next time, my friends, remember, we often spend most of our lives running towards something. Reality is there is no such place called something. I would rather run towards the ocean than run towards something. Alright then, over and out.